Good morning, good morning. So I decided that I was going to show you guys how I put eyelashes on my dolls, as I hadn't had a chance to do that. So this is my doll, Olivia. This is my baby girl that had the boo-boo on her face, and mommy's going to fix that. But today she is going to get eyelashes. So I'm going to show you how I do this. And it's very tedious. I might be saying some foul words, but I'll try not to say some foul words. But it is very tedious, and I won't be talking to the chat because this takes a lot of detail. So I'm great. Thank you for asking. So I'm going to jump right into it. I forgot to go get my toothpicks. I got to get my toothpicks, and then we're going to start putting eyelashes on. This is very tedious work. The eyelashes I'm going to show you are literally this big. So this is what we're working with. I'm talking, this is very, very small. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I just want to make sure that I do it correctly. And it's just, you have to use silicone glue because she's 100% silicone. But I do have to go get the toothpick because the toothpick helps me. So hang on. All right, so what's actually going on here is, if people don't understand, is that I'm becoming a Reborn doll artist. What that means is I put my own touch on my babies that I get in, and eventually I'm going to also start painting. So you're not going to be able to see me for a minute. I'm doing good, Sherry. How are you, baby? Today we are putting eyelashes on little Miss Olivia. And her stuff is coming in so mommy can fix her face, since I know now what the heck to buy. So first thing I start with is silicone glue. I take that silicone glue, I put it on a toothpick like this. Dab it in there. And I make sure that I get enough that it's pretty good, because I'm going to go around the eye. So I'm going to pull it like this. Already my eyes are watering because this is very tedious, and my eyes start watering because these babies are so little. It starts making my eyes water. This is why these babies are expensive, is because of all the love and artistry that we put into these babies. It's not just getting a baby and stuff like that, but I am going to start painting the babies as well. You got to make sure like a little chunk like this doesn't get on there because of the fact that you're taking and putting your lashes on. Now, one of the things that sucks about these lashes is when you first start putting them on, everything is great, but then you've got to go around right there. There's a round spot right there, and then you got to stick it down there, and then it starts fighting you right now. It's going to start fighting me right now. And then I'm going to be like, son of a biscuit eaters, get in there. Then you start taking your hands and trying to get it perfect, just like so. And then it comes off again, and you're like, son of a biscuit eaters. But this is why these dolls are so expensive, because we take our time and make them look the most beautiful that we possibly can. Hi, Victoria. What you doing, baby? You seeing what Mama doing? You gotta also make sure that you don't show any skin, because that's not how normal eyelashes look. Gotta watch it as it gets on the eyeball as well. I'm already cussing in my mind right now. My mind is already cussing because I gotta push her up a little bit. Ugh. This is very tedious work. Now, I've never been an artist in my life. I've never been able to do art. So to be able to do this, I think that comes from me being able to do makeup and things like that. It really does make a difference. So I'm shoving it in there right now. It's still not wanting to position correctly, even though I'm taking and putting it in the position. It's not wanting to. And then you got to make sure that it doesn't do that, what it just did. That is a bitch right there. And you got to just make sure that it's pretty and it's straight, because that is a big deal. When you get a baby doll from me, you're getting a baby doll with love, a lot of work, and it comes from a loving home. Now in a minute, after I get done doing this eyelash, once I get it stuck on there the way that I want it, and I think it's sufficient, then I'll take the glue gun, the heat gun, let me see. Now, another thing I want you guys to realize is none of us are perfect. So that's another thing about these babies, is we can try to make them the most perfect in the world, but we got to realize that none of us are perfect. So therefore, the babies are not going to be perfect, and you can drive yourself wild trying to make the baby perfect, and it can literally cause a problem with even yourself, your self-esteem. So you just have to be careful about what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it. Now I'm going back over it with the silicone. Silicone is the only thing that I use because of the fact that, and you got to try not to get it in her eyeball. But I use silicone because it's a silicone baby. Okay, so we got that one on, but that doesn't seem to look right. So I'm wondering why it doesn't look right. So a lot of times it's because I don't have it, I have it backwards. So we have to look here and see. That's it. I had it backwards. Okay, so now, there we go, much better. All right. Yeah, a lot of times you'll look at it and be like, why does it look weird? Oh, yeah, it's backwards. And then you'll be like, oh, shit. So I'll let you guys see it in just 1 second, but I'm trying to get it down now, because even with eyelashes, normal eyelashes, we don't have skin that shows. So I got to get it right on that line and be perfect about it, which means I got to push it down with this toothpick here. And it's very tedious. This is not easy work, as you can tell. I don't know how long we've been live, but this is how long I've been working on her already. Now, I still got a little bit of skin showing right here, so I got to push it down just a tiny bit. There we go on that. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now you guys are going to see. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, Ozzy. Can you hear me? All right. Can you see her eyelash? Okay. So we got that one in position. And now we're doing the next eye. So that one's in pretty much condition that I want it. And then you got to scrub off the eye, make sure that there's no glue on the eye. itself. And that's also where I take this little thing like this. And I will do makeup again. I have lots of reviews I do, especially on makeup and skincare and stuff. I usually put that, though, on my TikTok. All right. So with this eyelash right here, she is finished, but now we're going to do the other side of this. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm putting on the silicone glue. You don't want to use any other glue because this baby is silicone, so that way it glues perfectly and it's perfect and you don't have no problems. But I don't recommend using any other kind of glue because it's a silicone baby. It kind of don't make sense to use any other glue. But the main thing is getting the eyelash the correct position. That way it looks right when you put it in there. So here we go on this side. Stick down in there. Okay, now let me see. Wrong way. You can always tell the wrong way because it bends inward instead of outward. Now this is my third baby I've done, so I'm getting better each time that I do this. But eventually I will be painting my own babies. I will be getting blank silicone dolls in, and I will be painting them. Now I take a little bit of glue and I put it right there to make sure that my eyes start burning because this is so tedious, and I gotta make sure that it stays down. That way you can't see no skin. This one don't want to come down. Come down, baby, come down. Come down. There we go. Come down, little girl. All right, I'm surprised this went as smooth as it did because normally I'm cussing and having a heart attack. So I also want to say that not everything is going to be perfect because none of us are perfect. So when we do these reborn dolls, they are not perfect because we're not perfect. So just remember that whenever you're... All right, now we're going over here because we're going to be taking the heat gun to her. And then after I do the heat gun with her eyes, which I got to put her down here to do the heat gun, and I look at them and I make sure that they're really in position and they look good. Got to get it off the eyeball. As that's so important. That looks pretty good. This side needs to come down a little bit. So I usually go underneath it, push it down into position. Push it down a little bit more on this side. Just remember, think about yourself when you're doing these eyelashes. Like, I will go over it like 40 times before I get it the way I think it should be. But you got to think about when you're doing your own eyelashes. Like, how would you want your eyelashes to look? Let me see if that's good. That's about perfect. I don't like that much skin showing right there, though. And I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes I really put too much work on myself by doing that. by being a perfectionist. I shouldn't always do that. But anyways, I'm going to stop, or I would continue on and on and on. Now I take the glue gun like this. Oh, goodness gracious. And this is what I'm going to be doing. I take my heat gun, sorry. Take my heat gun, and you'll see the lashes kind of moving back and forth. And I'm making sure I'm gluing them securely, heating them up, because that makes less time. To the other side, and then after I do all of this, then I put them up and I let them completely dry. Then if there's any imperfections, then I come back and I fix them. But actually, we didn't have as much cussing today, and look at that. They look absolutely gorgeous. This one, though, I wish it was down a little bit more, but I tried, and it's just not going to work. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. But if you guys knew how tedious it is to work with these eyelashes, they're so tiny. I mean, if you took a little baby and you've seen, you know, how tiny it is, like it's so indescribable of how tiny these babies' eyelashes really are in their eyes and everything. They're just so tiny. There we go. And push it down just a tiny bit. Ooh, I got her head kind of hot there. Push this down just a tiny bit. And like I said, I have to walk away because I'm a perfectionist, and I will just keep going and going and going, and I can't. So what I'm telling you is, if you ever, you know, into artistry, you have to just walk away, because if you're a perfectionist like me, you'll keep wanting to fix it, keep wanting to do different things, keep thinking that it's not perfect, and it really is, because nobody's perfect. We're not, even our eyelashes, one side's different than the other. I know my eye, one side is different than the other, always. I even have a lazy eye, you know, so that makes the characteristics of us, and it makes us unique and really amazing. And next time that you guys see me with this baby girl, she is going to be getting her face fixed, because now I got a hold of the manufacturer and I know how to fix her. Yes. Okay. So Olivia now is called the Sculpt for all the other babies. All the other babies out there that I get that are like this sculpt, I call her the Olivia Sculpt. So if you guys are interested in getting you a reborn baby and it's this sculpt, make sure that you write Olivia. I have her up on eBay right now, and she is now ready to find her forever home. I've been so great to adopt out 4 different babies so far. I've got one that's up for adoption right now, and she is already in somebody's cart, so I can't put her new pictures up. And then this baby is my baby. And so I'm going to show you, I bought the rooting stuff. So we're going to be rooting Olivia's hair. She's going to be my first one. And here is my real human hair wig that I have had. And I thought that I would take this hair and root her hair and root it just like a baby with a little bit of pretty curls in it, because this is real human hair. And instead of buying mohair, I would rather put real human hair. And so Olivia will be my first one. And I'm just going to take it away from this wig. And what you do is you just cut off like this right here. I just cut off this. And then I will show you as I'm rooting. I'm going to have to learn myself, but I have to like write on her head and stuff like that. And you have to make sure it goes in different directions and stuff. So Olivia will be the first doll that I root. But let me explain something to you. as I start rooting these dolls' hair, putting their eyelashes on, putting eyebrows on them, and then painting them, their prices are going to go from 300 up to 900 because that's a lot of work, a lot of time, and then I'm going to be making them look like actual real babies. So right now I call this, even though this is a painted baby, right now I call Olivia not a painted baby. To me, she's not a painted baby. But now that I know how to fix this, I'm going to fix this for her. And then I'm going to repaint her with the paints. And then I'm going to redo her lips right here because her lips got all messed up. And just redo all of this stuff. That's why I don't really like binkies and stuff, because they start ripping the lips and it just starts making a mess. That's why I don't like it. Unless you go way down deep and then you try to get in there like that, you know. But yeah, so I think what I'm going to be buying is, it's the expensive paint that goes with silicone. So I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, here's what her eyelashes look like. Please tell me what you think. Leave in the comments below as to what you think about them. Does she look prettier with eyelashes? Yes or no? And I think I'm going to do some eyebrows for her as well. But right now, I do see that there's one little eyelash right here that I'm going to have to get off. But I can't do it until she dries, because otherwise I'll pull the rest of them off. But yeah. Now this baby is more expensive because this baby is 7.6 pounds, 19 inches. Big baby, big baby. And the other babies are 5 pounds, so they're a little bit more cheaper. But yeah, Olivia is still my baby doll, and we're going to fix her up. Mommy knows how now. Echoplex 20. That's what it is, not 40. Echoplex 20, because it's for the platinum soft silicone. But does she not look like she's like looking at you now? Like, does she not look like, oh, I don't know how to explain it, but does she not look like that she's actually like, hi, how are you? Like, look how different the eyelashes, like, just really bring the babies out. And I'm getting faster at it as well. Like, I don't know how long it took, but the other night it took me, well, the first time it took me an hour. The second time it took me 30 minutes. And this time I think it took me 10. So now I am going to do blading as well, but I'm going to cut them so they're not as long, so they don't look like a girl. But yeah, this is our baby, and I am going to get her fixed. We are going to fix her, and then we're going to root her hair, and then I'm going to do her eyebrows. And remember, this is the baby that looks like my granddaughter. So Olivia says goodbye to everyone, and thank you so much for tapping in. Hit that hype button. Leave in the comments below what you think and what you think about these eyelashes. And yeah, what you think about me becoming a reborn artist. What do you think about that? Some of the reborn artists are telling me that I'm already like a seasoned artist, which is so neat. Some of them said it took them years to learn how to do eyelashes and stuff. So I'm really thankful that I wear eyelashes myself, because maybe that's what kind of helped me to do it. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me this morning, and you guys have a magical day, and I will see you all later. I just wanted to show you how I do the eyelashes and let you see that I really do my own work. All right, till next time. I love you guys. Say bye-bye. We're out of here. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.